Becky Lynch is one of the hottest women's wrestlers in the world right now. After being stuck in filler feuds on SmackDown for a long time, Becky has finally reclaimed the top spot on the brand with a heel turn reinvigorating her character. Her current feud with Charlotte is one of the most compelling feuds in all of WWE right now. Her work is used as one of the prime examples of the women's evolution in the WWE, so let's take a look at Becky's journey to the top. Welcome to another edition of Wrestling Origins. Becky Lynch, or Rebecca Quinn, was born in Limerick, Ireland on the 30th of January in 1987. She was a fan of pro wrestling as a child and used to watch it with her brother, who was also wrestling under the name of Gonzo de Mondo. But he hasn't been seen wrestling since 2006. She was involved in horse riding, swimming, and basketball. Quinn attended university to study philosophy, history, and politics but dropped out. She planned to return to college to study health and exercise studies. Prior to beginning to train as a pro wrestler, she stated that she had been going down a bad path involving alcohol, but wrestling helped her give it up. She was also a marijuana addict at a point. In June of 2002, the 15-year-old Lynch joined the wrestling school of Fergal Devitt, or Finn Balor, and Paul Tracy. Her debut came in November of that year, where she went on as Rebecca Knox. She was a mixed tag team wrestler for the early portion of her career. Much isn't known about her career between 2002 and 2005. But her career after this is very well documented. She feuded with wrestlers like Eden Black, Sky, Sweet Saraya, and Nikita, also known as Katie Lee Burchill. Becky won her first title in World Queens of Chaos Championship in 2006, defeating Sweet Saraya, the mother of Paige, for it. Becky was wrestling all over Europe in promotions like International Wrestling Zone, One Pro Wrestling, etc., and in Shimmer for North America. Her career took a very bad turn while wrestling a Finnish wrestler, Kisu, for German Stampede Pro Wrestling. She suffered a cut above her eye, for which she received stitches. This caused her to suffer from headaches, vision problems, and loud buzzing in her left ear, and was also diagnosed with possible damage to her 8th cranial nerve, and as a result cancelled all her bookings for the rest of the year. Lynch began no-showing events, stating that she did not believe that wrestling was the correct career choice for her at the time. During her hiatus from wrestling, Lynch went back to college and picked up a degree in acting. She was working for numerous plays and even performed stunts for the History Channel in their show Vikings. She worked as an air hostess for 2 years. She made a brief return to wrestling in 2011 to manage Saraya Knight and her daughter Brittany Knight Page in Shimmer. Her 5-year break from wrestling would end when she signed for the WWE in 2013. Lynch was signed in April of that year and would make her comeback in the ring in November of the same year. Her first television appearance came in June of 2014, in which she defeated Summer Rae. After this, Becky would almost exclusively feud with Charlotte, Bayley, and Sasha Banks. Also known as the Four Horsewomen. She aligned herself with Bayley against Charlotte and Banks, but would turn heel and align herself with Sasha. She'd eventually feud with Sasha and would challenge for her title, and at NXT TakeOver Unstoppable had a match against her but was unsuccessful in beating her. Lynch would debut on Raw with Banks and Charlotte in July of 2015 as a part of Women's Evolution. She and Charlotte aligned themselves with Paige to form the Team PCB. Team PCB would eventually break and Lynch would team with Sasha Banks to defeat Naomi and Tamina. At WrestleMania 32, Charlotte, Banks, and Lynch fought for the WWE Women's title, a match which Charlotte won, after which Becky feuded with Emma, Charlotte, Dana Brooke, and Natalya. After being the first woman to be drafted to SmackDown, Lynch also became the inaugural SmackDown Women's Champion, winning a 6-pack challenge at Backlash of 2016. She dropped the title to Alexa Bliss by TLC of the same year and continued feuding with Alexa. After failing to recapture the title at WrestleMania 33, Becky would have a bad run. She was a part of filler feuds with the likes of Natalya, Naomi, Tamina, and Lana, and would usually end up losing. Lynch would captain the women's team at Survivor Series, but would also be the first woman eliminated. She feuded against the Riot Squad for the end of 2017 and early 2018. After Money in the Bank 2018, Lynch would go on a tear on SmackDown and turn heel to eventually reclaim the championship, defeating Charlotte Flair at Hell in a Cell. Becky has had a roller coaster of a career, and she has finally reclaimed the spot of a top billing attraction, one that she has always deserved and everyone was waiting for her to grab. Now that it looks like she has finally settled at the top, she might just have an iconic and lengthy run, considering she is just 31 years old right now. And this was Wrestling Origins Becky Lynch. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching Wrestling Hub, and I'll see you later with more videos.